Hello everyone and welcome to the GTWS. Once again it is back for Expedition 2, a short expedition series, only 4 rounds for this, in a GT7 that is very different now. With a big update. We're off to Suzuka for round 1, let's see how we get on. Welcome back to the GTWS. It is definitely a divisive new era for Gran Turismo. We've got a 4 race mini series in the Expedition 2. We start at Suzuka and I'm joined once again by Dev.
Hey everybody, hopefully everyone's going to enjoy this race because this is the first real test for the new physics engine outside of Daily Race C, and let's be honest, Daily Race C did not test anything.
Daily Race season nightmare this week with all the track limits. We are in the Ferrari, but because of the physics update, it's not the 458. The 296 is finally in our wheelhouse, which is great news for me because I've wanted to drive this car properly for a while and I've not had the chance to.
Yeah, you were very much not high on this car when it got released because you were super excited for it. You tested it, and you just got so disappointed with it. You just put it on the shelf because you just did not want to get mad with it. And now with this new physics update, it has done exactly and met the expectations you had for it when it was being debuted all those months ago.
Yeah,
it's very interesting to see your love-hate relationship with this car.
When it updated, when it first came in, I was like, it's going to be pointy, it's going to be like the 458, it's going to be able to chuck about, and it was so sterile and heavy and just not what I expected out of it at all. So, like you say, disappointed with it. And now with the physics update, oh, it's magnificent. It outclasses the 458, which I'd never thought I'd say, but the physics update, as divisive as it is, has completely thrown the meta up into the air and let it crash down wherever it wanted to. Because, yeah, it's a war zone out here, and it seems like anything by Hyundai is a good get at the moment.
Yeah, and I think this lobby, like, we looked at it prior to qualifying in terms of the manufacturer composition. It wasn't as heavy as we were thinking it would be for either the old physics update or the new physics update. So I think this lobby, outside of watching the race for us, watch the race around us, because I think you're going to see a really good testing environment for what this new physics update does for all the vehicles, for all the manufacturers, because it is such a diverse lobby here.
This is the test bed we need to see if this works, to see how broken the meta is for the Group 3s. We're going to go into the triangle and I'm going to go quiet on the exit here as we start our first final lap. Let that Porsche go a little bit. Go. Let's go get it. I think I can do a 2 minutes, so let me know what people are doing around that.
Yeah. So, and the reason why we are talking about this being a test bed is there's 2 kind of camps with pre-physics update and post-physics update. It's the first camp, so the pre-physics update, the Porsche really did dominate the meta in almost all the groups and all the different types of racing environments that really existed. And then post-update is, like I'm saying, anything Hyundai is really becoming the preferred choice. And neither one of those statements are healthy statements.
No.
But the post-physics update statement really was under the environment of 2 daily races, both of which were very divisive anyway, and very hard to really stomach. So this race combination is probably the most open combination that we've gotten since 3 days ago, for drivers to really understand what this new physics update really does bring to the game.
Absolutely, a lot of people would have signed up for this beforehand, before the physics update, so locked into the manufacturers beforehand. That's why you will see a lot of Porsches. At the moment, from what I've seen on Daily Race C, the Porsche is not what it was at all. It's nowhere near what it was. But, as we said, Abu Dhabi, not a great example. Because 9 times out of 10 you get a driver anyway.
Yeah. Regardless of what you're driving.
Yeah.
So, pole is a high 2 flat. It's almost a low 201.
Yeah, I could do that if I don't bin it in turn 1 again.
You're fine.
Don't Jack doing it. There's no idea rest
I mean, it's Suzuka.
Jack doing it.
I would say, let's talk about really what Suzuka really is, right? This first long straight to that turn 1. You either want to be in the front or you want to be in the back. You don't want to be in the middle.
Don't do that. Don't do what you just did.
Yeah. So I would say if we can get into the low 202s, I think we'll be in a good spot on the grid. Like, I'm not even trying to set that bar too low here. Just need to be getting a good safe spot here. And this race is a very interesting race. Race rules, because we've been talking about the physics update so much in the qualifying session here, is 20 laps. No real threat of weather. So it's going to be a very dry, very safe race. I think that's honestly what's needed for our first race post-physics update anyway.
Yes.
And then we have to use 2 tire compounds. We have to use softs, we have to use the mediums. And we'll go into the tire strategy after we start the race. That way we can kind of talk about the different feels of the tires and different types of feels to the compounds when we kind of get into race settings. Right now, obviously, we're in qualifying mode, so the softs are the way to go. But with this post-physics update as well, I think the feeling toward each compound is obviously changed, and we want to definitely talk about that and give it the attention it deserves during the race setting. So just keep in mind, 20 laps, 2 compounds needed, no threat of rain, so it's going to be a very straightforward race in terms of that. The biggest question for the race strategy is going to definitely be how far do we stretch.
Come on.
There we go. Stay in the inside.
Ah! Got one more.
Fourth.
Got one more. I can go quicker.
You have time. Don't push yourself too hard. You will be like the last one out over the line on this lap, by the way. Maybe 1 car behind you. So you'll get last say. But yeah, you're below 201. You can float with the two flats.
Shakes helping.
Just take a deep breath, you're fine, and it's a really good time. You're about to go into the corner, honestly, like you and I were talking about, that you've made the most improvement, and this car has helped you make the most improvement.
Yeah, Spoon is like not a problem anymore.
No, old GTWS, we definitely talked about like that Spoon was the decision maker on this track for us, and now we're much more in line with average times, where this does not become a problem anymore. As you see there with us taking that in the second gear, and that elongated second gear that Ferrari gives us. And you're only 3/10 off from the lead, and then you're 3/10 below now. So if you can finish this last sector solid, we will be definitely announcing ourselves to the lobby.
Yeah.
Shortest line.
Yes!
Jesus Christ.
Come on! Get in! Oh, we got to start soft, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Come on! That's the first poll we've had together.
Yeah.
Nudicar had it.
No, we would have had. No. Let's call it. We would have had the poll last GTWS.
Oh, with the Audi.
Your internet did not overheat.
Yes, let's look at the points table then. Healthy.
Back to where we were.
Yep. Oh, that felt so good. So good.
And that is, and part of what we are talking about here is the Ferrari is a perfect middle ground manufacturer for this physics update. And that showed it right there.
I don't know if we have the new introduction that they introduced at last round of GTWS. We're going to find out in a second. And I'm going to do my clumsy grid rundown, which will start with me for once. I'm not going to be too smug about that, I promise. Let's get the anthem then, let's get the intro and get ready to race. New intro, new series, new Ferrari, and a new starting place for us at Suzuka. It's round one of the Manufacturers' Cup. We're going to do our clumsy grid rundown. There's going to be some cars you see here that you might not have seen in a long old time. And on the pole is our very nice carbon pink and blue lined Ferrari 296 GT3. It's going to make a little bit of noise, hold on. There it is. There we are on pole. Alongside us will be Americatono in the Porsche, and in the first of the two, Hyundai Genesis, the new Meta in standard livery for Harfield, and then Robert Pavos just behind him. Then we've got the Supra. So you expect to see that with Jara GT87, the lesser seen Subaru WRX for Morgan. Another one of the Porsches for DK42. And Manu RC in the Audi, which also got nerfed apparently, reporting from that. Saboto in another Porsche. There's a lot of Porsches here. The NSX, don't see that one very often. For the Corsa, there's a few in here actually. The Lexus for Roshi, very standard livery. The JPS livery for the Porsche on Rich Energy, very nice. The Mazda, which is getting an Evo soon for the Pratas. Another one of the NSX for Youngster. Another one of the Porsches in Red Bull, very nice Red Bull with JMM. And we've got Tom in the other Porsche bringing up the rear. 16 of us taking the lead. We are literally Operation Escape. We have to run to the distance as quick as we can here. Oh,
yeah, this was not a part of the strategy going into this race. And then, obviously, part of preparation is having a plan A and plan B.
Yep. I am so glad that for once I've got pole and you're here to keep me calm for it. Because I don't do well in pole position normally. Is this the day?
We just have to just survive that first turn. That's all you have to do.
Green is Suzuka.
I'm very curious on your straight line speed versus the Porsches. Because in theory, you should be able to pull away on those straightaways.
Yeah.
Again, this is part of the physics update, right? We don't know how the Porsche is really going to handle these curves, because normally that's their wheelhouse, and they're not sent over the last couple of days according to general user feedback. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we can do, if we can get a good buffer, and then we can determine when we want to pit. So with that being said, let's go into the general pit strategy of what the tire compounds are feeling like. Really, the general rule of thumb for this race, based on the tire burn, is 2-time tire burn, 1-time fuel, so we don't worry about fuel, is about a 50-50 split. 10 soft, 10 medium, with, again, give or take based on your race position and race read. So we could, and I think, depending on how you're feeling in elapsed time, we can probably do a 10-10 if those softs don't drop off too hard and we're still facing open clean air.
For what I raced in Daily Race C, the softs go longer than they used to. For feel-wise, they look worse on the burn, but feel-wise, they are better. I can see already a divide of who's on mediums and who's on softs on the map.
Oh yeah, you can see that right there. And it makes sense, right? Usually the first 6 to 8 racers on a grid usually go with the faster compound to try to get away. But part of that also is you can see also the divide among the manufacturers with the straight line speed, because as you see now going into this main straight, some gaps have grown over that back straight as well.
What we need is the Porsche to just be slow through the S's where the Hyundais can't overtake.
Yeah, the Porsche is going to become like a buffer. Yeah, your core. Perfect way to describe it, right? It's if we can just take advantage of our straight line speed and just lap over lap, if we can get our 1.3 to be closer to 2, we just have to make sure that we're keeping everything straight and doing what we need to do, just basically just pulling in quality lap after quality lap until we need to decide when we need to go in the box and then react accordingly. We do not have to react to someone else's decisions. We can just do what we want. If everyone behind us wants to try to undercut us, that's fine. We just keep on going. We know that a pit box time is 27 seconds. So as long as our gap is greater than 27 on the undercut attempt, we are good to go.
Cool.
So with that being said, we kind of danced around it with part of that conversation with the tires and the physics update. The softs do feel like they go longer comparatively from pre-physics update. Now that is still to be determined. Ferrari is notoriously a tire-eating manufacturer, so I'm very curious to see how this Ferrari handles the softs.
Yeah, because the 458 munched him at Road Atlanta lap one time.
Yep. So again, we still have 8 laps before we can really understand what this does on a dry, leading clean air environment. If we were in dirty air, I think that would have changed some stuff, but
yeah,
we are doing exactly what we need to do, which is just driving away into clear air, staying clean, not trying to push too hard. We do not have to try to blitz the field. We just have to stay consistent at this point. We're 2/10 off fast lap. We said it, and then it got beaten just like the group behind us.
As long as it's one of the top 5 doing it, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the worst thing in the world here. Now, the difference is definitely going to be when we switch over those mediums. The mediums are much more drastic in terms of pace differential than they were pre-physics update. They definitely feel slower. They're not the safe compound that they used to be, which is called what it is. There's one down.
Yeah, it's a Porsche. He looped it out of the second Degner. Now we're exposed.
Just keep on going. Like we said, we wanted that gap to see a 2 in it, and we've seen it. We don't need to really push anything else. Everyone has to react to us now. It's that simple. We don't have to prove it to anything to anybody. They just have to make sure that the quicken numbers don't become bigger. It's the adage in baseball. You want to see the quicken numbers. You don't want to see the straight numbers. So you just keep on producing and going through, and you're going to get exactly what you want. We still have 17 laps. Hate to say it that way, but
I like that.
It's still a very long race.
I like that quicken numbers analogy. That's a good one.
Because in baseball, if you see a 2 or 3 on the board in an inning, you know you've done a good job. You see a 1, you're happy. But if you see a 2 or a 3, you know you put pressure on your opponent, because not only does it avoid the home run, leadoff home run to change the game momentum piece, but it gives momentum to the other side of the ball as well, because it extended your inning and does stuff like that. And it's the same thing in soccer too. Talking about the beginning of the Premier League season today.
Yeah.
The 2-goal lead is arguably the best and the worst lead in all of sports. Because you either become complacent or you become aggressive. A 2-second lead can definitely do the same thing. We can either keep our pace or we get complacent because we see we have a gap on the time. For us, it's we see a 2 in that a 2 or greater, we're good because we're producing what we need to produce.
What's the 2-goal lead?
I don't know. I've been seeing 2-goal deficits for my entire soccer season so far, so.
I guarantee you Portugal lose against them. We're keeping them honest.
As long as you keeping yourself honest with this race, to be quite honest with you, we're just doing what we need to do.
May as well look at the track map. How spread out the field is.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's part of it's tire. I think part of it's also manufacturer. I think part of it is truthfully showing which manufacturers have responded better to this physics update than not.
Or the drivers themselves as well.
That as well.
This could be the first time a lot of people have driven in anger on the physics update.
And you've been your lap times 2013, 2013, 2015. You're hitting it. So just keep that up. Consistency is going to be key in this position. Obviously, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah, one of my key weaknesses is consistency. When you see an A+ driver, you will see they'll be able to hit a lap time within a 10th every single lap. I can't, never been able to do that.
No, your consistency margin has always been within about 2 to 3 tenths, which obviously is a larger variance. And 3 tenths is a lot. Don't get me wrong, but as long as you're within that 3 tenths, you're still competitive typically. As we see in all the GTWS races that don't decide to heat wave crash us, your timing is always in a position where the only thing that really does ruin a race, and I say this for every driver, don't just think of it because we're in the mid to higher B lobbies here, is the only thing that ruins the race is other drivers sometimes, and other drivers' hubrises.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times in the GTWS we've had a really good quality, with a really good couple laps, and someone tries to make a very, very selfish decision that not just ruins their race, but ruins other drivers' races.
Yep.
And a lot of people say, well, just drive faster, be in the lead, be in the top 2. Yes, of course, obviously not. Driving away from everyone would solve that. That's not racing.
No, it's not. It's not how it works.
It's not how it works. So anyone that says, well, just drive faster. Well, yes, of course we would like to drive faster, not being that part of the track at the time. But racing involves other people. If you're not driving against other drivers, you're just time trialing.
Mm-hmm. You're a rally driver.
Effectively, yeah. Without the crazy,
without the trees in the way.
Yeah. Now, this lap was a little slower. I'm not sure where you just...
I made a bit of a mess in the first sector.
Okay. And this is... The reason why I'm asking that question, to be quite honest, is because from the research we were doing, this is around the time where the soft tire will start to drop off. So we just have to keep an eye on the tire for the next 3 laps or so to see if we feel that drop off, or we can push it to like 10, 11, and kind of just do what we need to do. Because I was telling Vimmers pre-race, I go, 6 is where I think I will see the drop off. So if we can go back and just not make a mess of sections, which is part of racing as well. So it's not how you always drive, it's how you recover from that. We'll be able to really figure out the soft tire.
I'm still only about 3 tenths off my personal best so far on this lap. So it's not the drop off that bad. And that's like, it's exactly the window we expect to see that 3 tenths to pop up, right? Yeah.
So as long, and the gap has stayed 2.5 seconds, 2.4 seconds. So we get to determine when we want to get off these softs. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
We don't have to we don't worry about over and undercut in terms of what we have to execute. We just have to defend them. That's the beauty of this race right now.
More grip there than I thought.
That's good. For where we are in the race, that's a good statement to say.
If one of the Hyundais could kindly bid it, I'd be very happy. You can see
honestly, I know that.
Still.
Yeah, I'm looking at that last sector. Just save it. You're there. You're fine. You're fine. That last sector was a lot more stable than I thought it would be.
They're going. They're definitely going.
But we just kind of. I'll say, yeah, we gave it away a little bit in that first corner. But so, I guess the question is, do you think you can stretch this out to at least
2 more?
Okay, so 9 is the answer. Perfect. And we'll see if anyone tries to do an undercut. I don't think any of the leaders are going to try to do an undercut. They're probably going to try to stay on those softs as long as they can.
Yes, maybe 1 more.
No, we can stay out for 2. We can stay out tonight. I think that's fair.
I'm not sure.
Unless they are truthfully falling off from you.
I really struggle with Douglas then.
Okay, that's fair.
See how spinning goes, and I'll call it there.
Okay.
See, that went well, and now it's making me question myself. Definitely one more. Definitely one more. We'll go.
I would say we can make the. We can. I would say we can, on the back of the spoon lap bait. We can still make a determination if we need to go to the boxer. We don't have to make the decision early on.
It's still finding low speeds.
On the straights,
speeds, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, on the straights, you are making up the time you're losing on these corners, by the way. Through the corners, they were dropping that gap to 1.8. At the end of that straight, you brought it back up to 2.2.
It's going to be easier in turn 1 this time.
Yeah, you didn't get any time back on that turn. You actually took some time back. Let's see how you are at the end of these S curves here. You gained almost 2/10 there.
I think the Hyundai's harder on its tyres than the Ferrari is.
See how this
we need to come in.
goes.
We are. I'm hitting corners and we're still losing a second of a lap.
You just gained half a second on that section.
They must be cooked as well.
I would say let's not go on to, if they're cooked, we can go 1 lap extra on our softs because you gained almost 0.8 of a second on that before the back straight.
How weird is it to see me taking spoon correctly?
It's refreshing because it's frustrating that you couldn't take that corner for the longest time. You know how to take that corner, you just never did it until this physics update. Yeah, this lap you gained almost a full second on second place. If they're cooking, I would stay out. I would force them to react.
Okay.
If this costs us, I'll take the blame on this one. They went in now, which is fine, because they saw what we were doing.
Are they both good? They have.
They both. That's fine.
This needs to be out.
We have
out of our lives right now then.
Yeah. I think honestly, us having one fresher lap of mediums toward the end of the race is going to matter.
It all depends if they come out in traffic, because the cars are everywhere around here today. Is there a flag up ahead?
Yeah.
Been pulled in, so whoever it is much further up the road.
I feel more comfortable doing this 911 than I would have done the 812, to be honest with you. And the 911 is exactly how we strategized anyway. Not say that, yes, I wanted to go for plan A.
Yeah.
But we forced them to go pit a lap that they may not want to. And they have to race one more lap on the mediums. Yes, maybe a fresh medium might be a little quicker than a worn soft. But we get one more lap of a fresher medium than they do on the last 2 laps.
It's toned it on the medium as well. The medium's such a different tyre now. Such a different tyre. And we've got to keep in mind, we're going to have the medium runners hunting us down when they're on the softs.
Yep.
Depends how much they've been holding each other up, fighting for position like they have.
So I would say go in now.
Yeah,
we have fresh rubber.
Don't refuel. My stomachache's gone away, by the way.
We were 17 seconds ahead of second place, who has not pitted. Third place is where is the person who pitted ahead.
Yeah, we're looking at the French driver.
Let's see where we are. 24 seconds as we are going into it. We're really not going to know our gap until like after this set of corners. We have to catch up the speed a little bit. You're on cold medium, so just be careful.
Yeah, just getting a feel for it.
Yep, just don't want you to try to push. There's no need to. We're net lead right now. Net lead by, I would say, about three seconds.
Okay.
I knocked off a little bit from what the actual gap is on the tower.
That's fine.
Because I know that's they're on warmer tires, so they should make up some of it at certain points. Morgan is still on whatever worn tire he's on, so
He is not pitted at all.
has not.
If I'm getting closer with flashing lights.
Yeah, that he's not. He's the leader, but I don't think he's in that lead.
Okay.
And the way you're catching up on them, they're on war tires. I just don't know what compound. They're probably on mediums the way they're racing this.
Yeah. We're going to see a whole lot of medium runners stop soon.
Yep. Which normally would be a concern, but our gap right now to the field is very healthy. Like, I'm not even going to worry about the driver behind us, that French driver. The gap isn't worth having a conversation about. We just have to execute these next 9 laps like we executed the first lap. Obviously, the gap on our time splits are going to be slower. We are on the slower compound, so we're not worried about that anymore.
Nope.
So we just have to drive. And honestly, we can probably use Morgan as a tool if we can catch and draft at, especially on these straights, to save some effort, potentially as a resource. But We just don't want Morgan to slow us down.
Sax up behind.
Let's keep on going. Don't even look at the tower. The tower is not. The tower is useless information at this point. And that's a great thing to say, right?
Yeah, mate, that's so funny to say.
We just have to do what we've been doing. Like here, using Morgan as a resource for this back straight can help us just gain some extra speed without really trying to push as hard.
Skimmy's got good straight line.
Morgan has to be on a medium.
He has to be. I don't want to catch him in the yeses.
No. I just don't want him to slow us down too hard. That's my concern as we're going into traffic. It technically is it is technically a on-track position fight, so he does not have to concede. But truthfully, he has to understand we're racing two different races.
Yeah, it's not his race. He must know that. As a compatriot, you'd in fact think he would let me go if I got close enough.
Yeah, here is not the section we're going to try it, but
No, Christ no.
I would hope for the back straight. Maybe he'll give us an opportunity.
Or the hairpin.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny that you could do, but I doubt it?
What's that?
It's a GTWS race. You could lap somebody.
Been a while since I've done that.
There's definitely two drivers. Yeah, there's two drivers. One just is at the apex of spoon right now, and the other one is entering spoon right now. With the pace you've been doing, it's possible.
He's struggling on that tyre.
Yeah, that's a worn tire for sure. Okay, yeah, so we're net lead, 12 seconds up. I'm going to say it, and that's probably the last time I'll mention the tower.
How do you say if it drops below 10?
Yeah. Yeah, they're struggling. That's a worn tire. Be careful on the re-entry. Be careful on the re-entry. I don't want him to... With the, again, new physics update, the side-to-side collision is an issue. Yeah, he's on one mediums. Cool.
Now I can't see the gap.
I wouldn't worry about it, because if it hasn't changed, it means that it's a big gap. All the medium runners are coming in now.
I'm wondering then if that French driver's been caught up in the medium runners, and that's what's created the gap.
Maybe. But he was second, so that wouldn't have made any sense.
Oh yeah, good point.
Or he was third. He was the head of that little gap. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the gap. And it's
as long as it's stable.
really, I want to see it when he. It's stable. It's stable. It's the conversation we had early in the race, right? They're going to make up a little time in the corners. We're going to make up our time at the straights. I just want to see what our net gain is on the back straight.
That was ugly.
So, to give you some good news, the net gain on the straight is exactly what we needed.
Cool. Arm's length.
So we lose about 2 to 3 tenths in the first couple sections, just because of the corners and stuff, but that back straight we gained it back.
That was a good lap. What a medium.
That was very solid lap. Yeah.
Given that I'm not pushing as hard as I could.
No, you don't have to.
No, very good.
Like that's turn 1, you can play safe. Spoon, you can play safe. The hairpin, you can play safe. And then you just lay down the throttle on the 2 straights. You'll be fine. Yeah, I don't see a situation that second place can really push us. We're on
I won't
fresher
say
rubber.
anything until the last lap.
I know. I'm just talking about like race situation, right?
Yeah.
So the race situation is we stayed out that 1 extra lap to give ourselves one lap fresher mediums. The fact that we forced second and fourth to pit 1 lap probably sooner than they wanted to because we gained a second on that last lap of sauce for them. Forced them to wear down their mediums a little sooner than they wanted to.
That's a concern.
Morgan is on the freshest tire. He's on sauce, but can he make 17 seconds up in 6 laps? Question.
Watch that gap, please. This isn't over.
Oh yeah. No, it's not. But it's 17 seconds, so it's not going to be a concern until it drops at least by half. So I wouldn't worry. You just race. You have five laps of testing on the mediums.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not driven this tyre as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, so you just feel out the mediums. I will tell you if you have to put extra effort into the laps.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, 16 seconds over 5 laps, they have to make up almost 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds a lap on.
They have to be doing pole position times the whole lap. So when they start doing 2-minute laps, then you know we're in trouble.
Yeah,
which we'll know because it'll be the fastest lap of the race.
Exactly.
Launch Stroll, Launch Stroll, Launch Stroll.
I told you could lap somebody this race.
I lifted to the yellow.
They want to see it. No, you didn't have to, really.
I didn't lift at all, don't worry.
Yeah, like by the end of this lap, they want to see a 14.5 as their gap, at best. Or at worst for you. Like, they really have to put effort in to really cut down this gap. And, well, question, you may know that, I'll ask a question after spin. I'll be honest on that, I'm not going to distract you this thing.
Go on.
For GTWS.
Yes.
On lapped cars, is it auto ghost or do
yes,
you
it's auto ghost. It's auto ghost.
Alright, so you don't have traffic to your connection. Never mind.
But
because you have a lapped car.
The psychological part of it is what's he doing, and you will naturally follow his line in your head.
Mm-hmm.
No, not great.
So he needed. No, you're fine. I'm gonna tell you this. He needed to really get into like the 14s. He's barely into the 15s.
We need to keep doing low 203s, high 202s to maintain the gap.
Yeah, to maintain the gap. We're not even talking about managing the gap, which is a great. And I think that's a big difference. Is we can manage if we want, but we're working on maintenance because we can manage it in 2 laps time. Because this is a section where the delta will drop because it is our slower section compared to their sections.
The Subaru never used to be good through there, but new physics.
It's the section they're making up the most time. but they're still in the 15s at 4.5 laps left, so they're running out of time. Time is not their friend anymore.
One car has done a 2 minute.
One car did a 2 minute, was 5th place.
Impressive for a mid-race time, that.
But this is where we're going to see the soft runners really peek its head versus the mediums. But I think really it's for them to us might be too little too late, especially for that 5th place driver. Now Morgan can introduce themselves to the race, but looking at the gap on this lap, net delta, not enough with the amount of laps running, which is great to see for us.
For us. Yeah, there's not been a lot of action in this race, has there? For a video.
No, unfortunately, it's not like we're in the middle of it. But I think we needed a race like this today.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming a race like this, but we're not done yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. But I think looking at the overall race, ignoring what we've been doing, right? I think the new physics update has shown what it's capable of compared to what the data sets we've been getting from the daily races. I think our lobby was very diverse, so it's really hard to say, was the Hyundai really going to be the new meta? I think this new physics update is giving life to new cars, as we see with this Ferrari. I think the new physics update has changed the viewpoint of tire compounds. The softs are... That's fine. The gap is 13.5 right now.
Okay. I'd rather it be 14.
I'd rather it be 14, but it's not 10. And you're about to hit the section where you're probably going to gain some of this back, with this back straight after spoon anyway. I think, and part of this is, mediums aren't the safe compound anymore.
No. They are really sketchy mediums now. I've lost the intuition. This is a really bad lap.
Yeah, that's fine. And I say that we just have to. Again, now we're going from maintenance to management. We don't have to maintain the gap anymore. We just have to manage it. And they're not going to gain 6 minutes.
That's a high 203. Okay.
Yeah. They're not going to gain 6.5 seconds over the next three laps. Each lap. It was closer to like 4.5, but still.
Yeah.
I am genuinely curious on what the daily races for next week are going to produce.
The daily race C is going to be Group 4s around Circuit de Soleil. Race B will be Group 3s at, I want to say Autopolis. I believe it's Autopolis.
Yeah, you said it was Autopolis when you
Yeah.
talked before.
And they're all hard tyre. It'll be the first time we run a hard tyre in the physics engine.
That's going to be a very interesting test because there's races in the GTWS Expedition Series that will require us to be on the hard.
Yeah. There is no race after this one that's weather affected either.
Okay, so I think a four race Expedition Series with a new physics engine, I think introducing weather would have been too aggressive.
Yeah.
I think that's a very smart decision by the developers to not introduce weather yet. This lap feels like it was a little quicker.
Yeah, I just kind of zoned out for a bit there. You know, when you're driving, sometimes you get into this zone where everything just comes automatically. That's just kind of what happened this lap.
That's
Right,
fine.
just kinda
The gap
switched
is
off for a
11
minute.
and a half. The gap is 11 and a half seconds with 2 laps to go.
My concern the whole time was the medium tyre, and I've actually been alright on it. Touch wood.
Yeah, the Ferrari is handling the tires very well.
Yeah.
Also,
Nice and early on the braking there.
that's fine. Morgan's softs are dropping down
Is he dropping off, is he?
a little bit.
Yeah,
He was
he's
like
in the
11 and a half.
situation we were
Now
in.
he was 11 and a half. Now he's at 12.
We're back off a little bit more now.
I would just say do the corner safe and then just lay it down on the straights. You have no real issue on anyone else. He's not even. He's a no man's land. He's driving in clean air as well. Like the gap between you and him, and then the gap between him and third is very large. So like you just are leading up into the hairpin. Third place is just getting out of those curves.
Any cars ahead? To that?
None that matter. None that matters to you. I mean, there's the next car behind that is ahead of you is just going over the back straightaway, really.
Okay, so I'm up near 130.
Yeah, you're not going to see anyone.
Okay.
Unless someone bends it. So you have clean air, no distractions.
Love it.
Yeah, now the gap now is 11 and a half, but they've had to claw that 11 and a half for this lap.
I'm surprised it's made the medium soft work as well as it has. I didn't think it would work that well.
I think, I don't know where he qualified, but it makes more sense if he was qualifying mid-pack.
Yeah. One last tour of a circuit I hold very deep in my heart to finally win outside of America. To finally win in Japan of all places. Nice and easy.
Yeah. No need to force
Easiest
it.
lap of your life here, Vim.
Yeah, he's just entering turn 1. You have plenty of time.
Just stay off those curbs a little bit.
Yeah, drive in the middle. You don't have to do racing line. So that's round 1 of the GTWS Expedition 2, pretty much in the books. Like that's one.
I never envisioned starting this.
Post physics engine. Ferrari was a good safe call. It is a safe call generally as a manufacturer that's always done really well with us. I am genuinely going to be curious long term for the Ferrari to see if they can make a rebound in the bigger GTWS.
In the live finals, yeah.
In the live finals with this new physics engine. Because it seems like this new physics engine has given Ferrari an opportunity, especially in the GR3 category.
Yep. We'll have to wait till October for that in Singapore, though.
Yeah. No, there's still plenty of time for everyone to get used to things.
Oh, yeah,
but
absolutely.
Initial feedback on this feels very good for, especially for Ferrari's flexibility and adaptability, because they have so many different cars they can pick from.
Into the triangle for the last time. It's been a long time coming, this. It has been about 9 months. And finally, we win a race again. Get in there.
There we go. Dominant performance on top of it.
Oh, and the Hyundais aren't even going to be on the podium. Amazing job. Thank you so much, Dev, for being the absolute balance of everything I needed in that race. Because I couldn't have done that. I couldn't keep my head straight for that. Thank you so much. That is almost more your win than mine. But yes, that's a great way to start the Expedition Series. Amazing way to start it. And we'll see you guys next week for the next round at another track I'm good at, Circuit Jean Villeneuve in Montreal. So, yeah, I think, can we go back to back wins? We'll see. Thank you, everyone. Please give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.